Mhm. All right. So thank you for joining me. Whew. Have a little bit of a treat today because it's the new moon in Capricorn, and we just had the solstice. So lots of darkness, which I love darkness personally because it helps me really kind of see the places where I haven't acknowledged fully my light. I feel like darkness is the truth teller. If we're overstimulated, at least for me, I have a closet that I can go into and just completely remember who I am, who is me, and who is not me. Often in these places and spaces, um, the initial thought might be to forget oneself, but being completely devoid of this sensory stimuli is where I find myself. And so, with that, let's perhaps imagine ourselves in a space completely devoid of sensory stimuli. And it can be visualized in whatever way. It can look like a dark room. It can simply be a blank canvas, whatever is occurring to you when I say those words is exactly perfect. Perhaps the longer we sit in this space of complete darkness, we start to notice certain sensations about ourselves, maybe certain sensations somewhere in our physical body, maybe anywhere in our subtle body. We're being called to. Maybe we're going to our mental space, picturing a rug being shaken out of its dust and dander. Maybe we're shaking that rug off as we would the thoughts that are clinging to our mental scape. Perhaps thoughts that don't belong to us, thoughts that don't really feel good going forward anymore. And let's just breathe and expand wherever it feels good to do so, whether it's in your physical body somewhere in your energy, perhaps a little less defined. Let's make some more space by really breathing into ourselves. In this darkness space. Perhaps as we call our awareness to our breath, in the middle of our physical body, we see a spark. And with each breath in and out, we're expanding our awareness of this space in our body, allowing it to expand and grow, creating more space for newness to come in, more space for expansion and growth, allowing any stagnancies, anything that no longer feels right for who we are. Perhaps old ideas of what you pictured your life to be like. We can let go perhaps limitations, definitions, what it is or was to be who we are. Breathe into those and allow them to expand. And if they no longer resonate, allow them to exit our energy. Send it back to source. Send it out into freedom. Allow it to transmute, to transcend, reassimilate, allowing energy that might have been stuck or stagnant or blocked to be free, giving yourself permission to shine intrinsically, authentically, from a heart space. And as we breathe in and out, allowing our expansion, allowing ourselves to be further undefined so that we can allow ourselves to be surprised pleasantly by new experiences that we haven't yet had. Allowing the unknown to be a place of pure potential and growth, not something that causes fear. Knowing that we are protected and guided always as we connect with source energy and our higher self. For me personally, I allow my expansion through my connection with source energy and my higher self. Allowing everything to be filtered through source and my higher self. Allowing my focus to be on what can happen. Being okay with redefining the parameters of my life, redefining the boundaries of my life as are best for me in my full alignment, in my full heart-spaced authenticity. So as we keep breathing into this space, we may find that we become so light, so unattached, that we almost feel like a balloon floating into the higher octaves, at the highest frequencies, capable of holding a maximum amount of life and light. As we picture this, I would like for us to gently call that bubble back down to earth, to a grounded space. Whatever grounded space feels the most kind and peaceful, elegant, fruitful. For me, I will envision myself sitting with my back up against my favorite tree, my meditation tree in my yard. Wherever you feel called, this is your space. Or perhaps you're not done floating around yet. The essence of this meditation is to simply be, whatever that looks like for you. If you would like to continue floating, that is perfect. For those of us who would like to ground for a moment and go into this next level of meditation, we're going to take a countdown of 10 until we start the next phase. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. As we are in this grounded space, we visualize ourselves in this grounded space and we close our eyes. When we open our eyes again in this grounded space, there is a hawk standing not quite straight in front of us, but out a bit to the right. He's standing there with his back to us, asking us to focus our attention ahead of him. And as we do this, we see that there is a cave. The cave is calling to us. The cave has a short tunnel to the exit point on the other side. And perhaps in walking through this cave, you already know what your intentions are, whatever your primary method of receiving may be, hearing, feeling, perhaps you already know. But for me, when I see a hawk, the hawk is suggesting to me there's something in my life that is asking to be seen from a far grander perspective than what I have been working with at this now moment. So, whatever rings true for you, if you would like to go through this cave, you may place one foot in front of each other and begin walking through this cave. This cave is dark. It has a short tunnel till we get to the other side. However, the short tunnel will involve 30 steps. So during this 30-step walk through this cave, each step where you put your foot down, you are allowing something in your energy field to depart from you, to go back into the earth and to transmute. You don't even have to know what it is. You don't have to think about it. You don't even need to be cognizant about it. You just have to be willing, you have to allow. And for those of us who are ready, placing one foot in front of each other, we'll start now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. As we step out of the tunnel from the cave, what you see is completely individual to your vision. Whatever this place looks like for you, the next step in this journey is to find a place that you feel safe to lay down and receive. So, for example, if it's a field of flowers, you may feel nourished by laying down in this bed of wonderful flowers that's growing. If you see before you a body of water, you are being called to lay down, to float in that body of water. If you have been called to lie down on a cloud and receive, then that is the space for you. Wherever you're being called to lay down, float, relax, allow, and come into your awareness as you see fit. Maybe it has a lot of detail. Maybe you're in a beautiful, majestic room, brown molding, and artwork adorning all of the walls. Or maybe you're simply floating in a white space, devoid of all detail. Whatever you're seeing is perfect, and it is for you. We're going to take about 5 minutes here, and we're going to allow floating in this space, completely safe, completely protected, feeling nourished in every way, feeling whole and complete. Please enjoy this independently. I will be back soon with the sound of my voice. All right. Now, in this space, wherever you are, floating, you are feeling, hearing, perceiving rain. So if you are floating in the body of water, you are floating as raindrops are cascading from above you. If you are floating on a cloud in the sky, this can feel very different. If you are allowing yourself to be fully relaxed in a building, then you can hear the rain on the outside. Wherever you are is perfect. However you are experiencing this rain is perfect. We're going to take a few minutes here. Just allowing whatever comes into your awareness concerning the rain. Perhaps the rain starts very calmly and picks up a little bit of momentum. Maybe it has some type of repetitious pattern. Now, as you're enjoying the rain in this place, if you can please shift your focus from being the perceiver of the rain to being the rain itself. However this comes to you. Now, see what comes into your awareness when you fuse the two experiences. So, not quite being the perceiver of the rain and not quite being the rain itself, but the moment, actualization of when the two forces meet. Perhaps this can be interpreted by listening to the raindrop as the perceiver, and then feeling what it feels like to be the raindrop. And then at the moment where the raindrop flops on the perceiver's skin, or outside the building that the perceiver is in, If possible, see if you can meet this moment, the perceiver and the perceived. Meet and become one for an instant. Take it as it comes to you, using your primary means of receiving information. And in the moment, accept the information, allow the information, spend some time here. Now, our awareness is the brain stopping, slowing, as evidenced by the way it feels on our skin, as the way the repetitions we could hear on the outside of a building have slowed, have lost their pattern. As perceived by the sun warming the outside area you may be sitting in. If you're sitting with the flowers, some of the blades of grass and the flowers might spring up a little with the warmth of the sunshine, allowing the bulbous drop of water to free the singular blades of grass. If you're floating on the cloud, perhaps it's a golden hue. It fills your awareness. Take some deep breaths in this space here, acknowledging our likeness with everything around us. Allowing ourselves to become weightless. Perhaps we remember that balloon that we became at the beginning. Whatever version we saw at the end of this cave. We now close our eyes in this space, and we will count down from 30, and we will float softly back into our body in this now moment. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Feel free to stay in this space for as long as feels comfortable for you. When you do decide to come back from this space, I think it would be a good idea, as soon as you're ready to ambulate again, to go to your kitchen or bathroom sink, get your hands wet, feel what the water feels like on your hands, feel like the water caressing your face, what that feels like, bringing this meditation around full circle, integrating whatever it is specifically for you. Thank you.